Alright, basketball fans, the journey through the NBA playoffs is a grueling test of talent, strategy, and endurance. Sometimes, the biggest obstacle a team faces isn't necessarily their opponent, but the health of their own players. That appears to be the major storyline emerging from Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals, where one team secured an important opening victory but saw their superstar go down with an injury that could dramatically alter the series. The Golden State Warriors opened their Western Conference semifinals series against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday night with a 99-88 victory at the Target Center. The win gives the Warriors an early 1-0 lead as they look to make a deep playoff run and return to the conference finals for the first time since their 2022 championship season. However, the victory came at a significant cost. The Warriors lost their star player, Steph Curry, to a hamstring injury in the first half. The injury to Steph Curry occurred in the second quarter. While playing defense, Curry suddenly pulled up and reached for the back of his left leg. Clearly in discomfort, he attempted to briefly power through it, even bringing the ball up court on the next possession. But after missing a floater, he again reached for his left leg, called for a substitution, and limped off the court, heading straight to the locker room at the next timeout. The Warriors quickly ruled him out of the game before halftime with a left hamstring strain. When he left the game, Curry had 13 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist, shooting efficiently at 5 of 9 from the field, including 3 three-pointers. The major question now is the severity of the hamstring strain and how long it might sideline Curry. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said after the game that Curry is being considered day-to-day for now and will undergo an MRI on Wednesday to determine the full extent of the injury. However, given there is only 1 day off between games until after Game 5 in this series, Kerr is already preparing for the likelihood that Curry will not be available for Game 2, which is set for Thursday night. Kerr explicitly stated, "We're definitely game planning for him to not be available on Thursday," adding, "With a hamstring injury, it's hard to imagine he would play Thursday." The potential impact of Curry being sidelined for any significant amount of time is immense. As teammate Jimmy Butler put it after the win, calling Curry their best player, "It's hard playing without that man." The article emphasizes that, if Curry is sidelined for an extended period of time, the series could flip instantly, potentially changing the entire dynamic and outcome of this Western Conference semifinal. Despite the loss of their superstar, the Warriors still managed to secure the Game 1 victory. They were helped significantly by an abysmal first half from the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves struggled mightily, scoring just 11 points in the entire second quarter and finishing the first half with only 31 points, which marked the fewest the Warriors have ever allowed in the shot clock era in a half in team history. Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards had a particularly difficult first half, scoring just a single point and shooting 0 of -8 from the field. The team also shot a collective 0 of 15 from behind the arc in the first 24 minutes. Although the Timberwolves' offense did show up in the second half, their poor start proved too much to overcome. The Warriors successfully fended off Minnesota's push in the third quarter, pushing their lead back up to 20 points by the end of the period, while the Timberwolves did make a run in the fourth, cutting the lead back to single digits. The Warriors responded with key buckets from Hield and Jimmy Butler and a crucial defensive stand that held the Timberwolves without a field goal for nearly 4 minutes, allowing Golden State to regain control and hang on for the 11-point win. Key performances from other Warriors players helped carry the load after Curry went out. Hield led the team in scoring with 24 points, including 5 three-pointers, and added 7 rebounds. Jimmy Butler finished just shy of a triple-double with 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. Draymond Green also contributed significantly with 18 points and 8 rebounds. For the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards finished with 23 points and 14 rebounds, with almost all of his scoring coming in the second half. Julius Randle added 18 points, and Naz Reid scored 19 off the bench. But the team struggled with their overall three-point shooting, finishing 5 of 29. The tight schedule of this series, with only 1 day of rest between games until after Game 5, makes recovery from injuries particularly challenging. This is especially true for Curry, who played heavy minutes 46 in the Warriors' Game 7 win over Houston just 48 hours before Game 1 against Minnesota. In conclusion, the Golden State Warriors secured a Game 1 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves to take a 1-0 series lead. But the defining moment was the injury to Stephen Curry, who suffered a left hamstring strain in the second quarter. While the Warriors managed to win the first game thanks to key contributions from other players and a poor first half from the Timberwolves. Curry's day-to-day status, the upcoming MRI, and head coach Steve Kerr's expectation that he will miss Game 2 cast a major shadow over the series. The potential impact on the series if Curry is sidelined for any extended period is immense, potentially flipping the script entirely. The Golden State Warriors opened their Western Conference semifinals series against the Minnesota Timberwolves with a Game 1 victory. But the win was overshadowed by a potentially significant injury to superstar Stephen Curry. The Warriors defeated the Timberwolves 99-88 on Tuesday night in Minnesota, securing a crucial early lead in the best-of-7 series. However, in the second quarter, Curry suddenly pulled up while on defense, grabbing the back of his left leg. While he briefly tried to play through it, he was clearly bothered by a left hamstring issue and ultimately called for a substitution. Heading straight to the locker room, the team quickly ruled him out for the remainder of the game with a left hamstring strain. Before exiting, Curry had contributed 13 points for the Warriors. Following the game, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr stated that Curry would be considered day-to-day for now and is scheduled to undergo an MRI on Wednesday to determine the severity of the injury. However, given the short turnaround between games, Kerr is already preparing as if Curry will not be available for Game 2 on Thursday night, saying it's, quote, hard to imagine he would play Thursday. Despite losing their key player, the Warriors managed to hold on, thanks in part to an abysmal first half from the Timberwolves offense, who scored just 31 points, the fewest the Warriors have ever allowed in a half in the shot clock era. Minnesota struggled particularly from three-point range, shooting just 5 of 29. And star Anthony Edwards had a tough first half, going scoreless from the field. Standout performances from Buddy Hield, who led the Warriors with 24 points including 5 three-pointers, as well as Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, helped Golden State fend off a Timberwolves second-half push. Curry's potential absence could dramatically alter the series, coming off a tough 7-game series just days earlier where Curry played heavy minutes. The short rest schedule in this round could make it challenging for him to recover quickly from a hamstring issue. In summary, the Golden State Warriors took Game 1 against the Timberwolves but suffered a potentially significant blow with Stephen Curry leaving the game due to a hamstring injury. While the Timberwolves' first-half struggles helped secure the win, Curry's status moving forward is uncertain, and his absence could instantly flip the dynamics of the series as the Warriors await MRI results.